I'm not going to do an intro or anything. What it is, I am now live on YouTube looking at Pirate Chain. Everybody is talking about R, which is really weird because I had a really generous donor that went by R, who I also identified as a pirate. Just a synchronicity, I guess. That made me interested in Pirate Chain. So I started doing this crypto consulting thing. A lot of people are talking about getting into Pirate Chain right now. Yeah, I've been hearing it for the last few days. And if you were subscribed to my newsletter, you knew about R at least 2 weeks ago. And since 2 weeks ago, R is up 1,700%. Up about 400% from 7 days ago. Right now, is it slipping a little bit? It is off of its highs. It really had a big day, and it's really in the news. So that's why I wanted to talk about it, just to make sure, since people are asking me how to buy it, just to make sure people understand what they're getting into. So I thought I'd walk people through my thoughts on Pirate Chain and my thoughts about trying to make a big hit on a very hot cryptocurrency at the moment. So I thought I'd go through that. This channel is about education. And I want people to be sensible. And you could genuinely lose all your money, for sure, with Pirate Chain. And the way people are talking about it, it's like you want to put your life savings into it. I just say, maybe. Depends on what how you feel about saving those life savings for later. So let's talk about it on this show, okay? And then I am your host, Nathan Stoltman. This is LTV Crypto, or Lift the Veil Crypto. The mission at this channel is to bring cryptocurrency news to the masses, or to whoever is listening. I want people to know about cryptocurrency, and I want people to think about it. And I think about it all the time. So that's why I dedicated this channel to talking about it now. Also, the other things I'm really interested in, can't really talk about those on YouTube. So might as well talk about a coin that literally is trying to destroy the financial world. The people behind this coin want it to end. They are anarchists. Really. The people behind this coin that want this coin to succeed, they might very well be criminals. Genuinely. You got to think about it. Think about if you want to be associated with something like that. Because it's easy to think about getting rich quick. And you could. And I know people who have already off this coin. But right now, just know what you're getting into. Know what future you're expecting, what you're investing in. I really like to understand things that I invest in. I really do. I like Litecoin because I understand it. It's money. It's easy to transfer. And it's like Bitcoin otherwise. It's pretty much like Bitcoin. Uses less power. Much faster, cheaper transfers. I like it. It's good money. So I have some of that. But I have some other stuff too. Chainlink, smart contracts. Yeah, that makes sense. Smart contracts make sense. You can run the whole thing on that. So Chainlink, that makes a lot of sense to me. And several other coins too. Pirate Chain is all about privacy. I didn't run my ad. Hold on. We'll talk about private. This show has a sponsor. It's our t-shirts. I'm wearing our decentralized shirt today. It's really rad. This is a decentralized baseball shirt. It's really nice. And we have that as part of our sale right now at Truth Revolution Clothing. That's truthclothing.io. This is the website. And those are some of the shirts on sale right now in our mega sale. And some of it's really cheap. I mean, like $10 if you can find your size. So check it out. I mean, we have really nice stuff, and we're coming out with more. But we already, even our decentralized, even our Bitcoin related shirts are on sale. And the Fed on sale, if you can find your size. Some of these never being reprinted. Limited edition, We love scarcity on this channel. We love scarcity. And our shirts are truly scarce because we print a certain amount of them. And then at some point, we never print any more, making them kind of like NFTs, except you can wear them and people won't laugh when you tell them you're invested in t-shirts. Truthclothing.io. On top of everything else, there's free shipping on orders over $50. Okay, people are saying R in the chat. People are really freaking excited. I'm excited. Pirate Chain, like I said, up over 1,000% last 14 days, up 400% the last. And right now, Jeff Berwick is really promoting it. Okay. He says, let's see if I have. Oh, he says that, and he is very influential. And he tweeted out today, if you don't hodl R, he says, nearly every crypto on earth is crashing, all except one, the one. If you don't hodl R and XMR, you will be left with nothing. He says R is the one. So this is what they're saying about it right now, is that it's a great privacy coin. If you do your research on it, they say it's a very good privacy coin. They say it does privacy better than anything else. And one thing that Bitcoin doesn't have is privacy, not real privacy. And as far as the qualities that make money, something with anonymity is more fungible. So in the sense that the best money will come out on top, which, is something you can invest in and say, oh, this coin is better at being Bitcoin than Bitcoin. Like I said, I like Litecoin. Pirate Chain, better at being fungible. In other words, better that the tokens are all interchangeable. Bitcoin is already pretty interchangeable, but there's a trace, so you could theoretically say some Bitcoin came from some other location, and therefore, it's a different Bitcoin. You can't say that with Monero or Pirate Chain. So, and it's anonymous. It's like cash that way. Bitcoin isn't really truly cash, because it's not truly anonymous the way cash is anonymous. The way something, if you just exchange it and nobody knows about it, there's no record of it. Well, that's what Pirate Chain does. So, and that's what it does way better than Bitcoin. So you can invest in that and you can say, oh, I can see the value in something that has privacy, and that's why people are buying it. Right now, I always say, don't pay attention to the price, because what's important is the market cap. But the price is important, but just realize that the price can go up as much as the market cap can go up. And the market cap is the total value of all the coins that exist. Pirate Chain right now is $11. But it has 10 times as many coins as Monero, at least, which I think is at $340 or something. So remember that. I put a reminder about that in my one episode. Just because something is lower in price doesn't mean that it's going to go up as high as other cryptocurrencies that are much more limited and have, a lower market cap. So remember to look into the market cap, and actually the tokenomics on this particular coin are pretty good. I love scarcity. Yes, it's not as scarce as Bitcoin, which has 21 million coins. Eventually, there will be 200 million, but that's fine because the supply is capped, and you can learn all this stuff. You should research, really. I'm telling you to research. You can learn all this stuff on CoinGecko. I go to CoinGecko.com to learn about these things. It tells me the market cap, tells me the circulating supply, and the max supply, 200 million coins, of which 180 million are already out. I look at that, and that's outstanding. That means there's very little inflation left. Very little coins that are going to be issued compared to what's already out there, which means that it has low inflation, which is great. Scarcity is great, especially if you're trying to protect yourself from inflation. Scarcity is great. Over the long term, your value is not going to be inflated away by the production of new currency in this case. What else did I want to tell you? Compared to, let's see, what else do I want to get into? Is this something that is real money? That's what I want to talk about. When you're buying this, you have to realize you might not ever be able to sell it again. Possibly. It's available on limited exchanges that are kind of off the beaten path. It is available, but it's a little bit more on the outskirts of crypto world. It is not in normie crypto land. This is why I didn't know whether to really, and I'm still not, obviously, like pushing R coin because it's kind of out there, besides the fact that it's so highly speculative. But it's out there. You got to go through extra steps. You might have to hold your coins in a pirate. You have to get your own new wallet. You got to save your seed words if you want to store it off the exchange. Otherwise, you have to rely on storing it on an exchange like tradeogre.com, where it's available. I can tell you how to get it, but you have to rely on that website still existing. That website's been around for maybe a year as compared to something like Coinbase, which has been around for a long, long time. So what I'm saying is this thing, it is nice, and apparently it works really well, and people are really behind it. But there's a chance, and it's not insane. There's a chance that when you want to sell your coins, you might not be able to. There might not be anywhere to do it. It might make it illegal. I mean, as far as them banning stuff, they're going to want to ban stuff like this. You know, this is something where I think you can safely say it's never going to be universally accepted. At least that's my opinion about it. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to pay for anything with Pirate Chain, except illicit things and maybe payments between friends, right? People who listen to my show might send me Pirate Chain. Jaron has Pirate Chain. We can exchange Pirate Chain the same way people can send around Monero and stuff. But chances are that in the future it's going to be frowned upon to take privacy coins because they're going to be associated with crime. You know, quite naturally, you have to assume that a lot of the reason people want to get into Pirate Chain is because they want to avoid things like taxes, the authorities, etc. So a lot of people actually say that Bitcoin is bad because it's involved in CP somehow, or if it's involved in child trafficking. I don't believe that, or I definitely don't believe it's used more than the US dollar for that. But something like this explicitly allows for anarchy. Explicitly. It's designed actually from an anarcho-capitalist framework. It is, because of the anonymity, perfect cash. Perfect untraceable cash. Now, I don't know anything about it, but I'm saying from what I've heard and the qualities that make money, the privacy, is next level, and it makes it so that you can do things anonymously without anybody tracking it. Also without no trusted third party. So it's an amazing technology. Which is why I have some. I'm holding on to it. That's all I can say is I'm holding on to it. I think it can go higher, but I realize, and I want other people to realize that you could lose, everything really, and you could buy Bitcoin right now for about $50,000. And get a really great deal and do it in a really normie way where you're never going to lose it, and you can always turn it back into cash when you're done with it. I don't know if everybody's ready to go to this next level thing. However, looking at it, as far as I'm concerned, it's got a $2 billion. I said don't pay attention to the price, right? It's $11. That is good. People do psychologically prefer having a lower price, so it is helpful that it seems like an attainable price where you can get some and get some gains. $2.2 billion market cap. Well, this is all I'm saying is it's supposed to be better than Monero. And Monero is a $6 billion market cap. So I can see the argument for Pirate Chain to go up as high as Monero. People say it's better than Monero. Monero's $6 billion. Pirate Chain should be $6 billion. That gives it upside of almost 3x from here. You know, so I do think there is good upside to the coin. I like it. You know, I like the idea. I get it. But on the other hand, you know, people need to be, you know, cautious and aware of what you're getting into, you know, and also, you know, how you're going to store it. And also the other thing I just thought is turn it into real money along the way. I mean, I literally know people who are now millionaires because of Pirate Chain. I can't believe that, but I do. But my suggestion is to turn that into something closer to real money that can be converted to real money, like Bitcoin or something, you know, so that it's real. You know, I just don't believe any of the gains in this coin are real until they're in something that's a little easier to turn into cash, because no one will ever be able to turn Pirate Chain into cash. I don't think, not legally. So scalp your gains and so forth along the way. That's all. That would be my advice. I can't give financial advice though. Not qualified. Not licensed. Not in your state or even in mine. I'm just saying things because, I don't know, people should think. And it's just basic stuff that anybody could research and anybody could tell you. But a lot of people don't. So if you want to talk more about getting into Pirate Chain, for example, because people are trying to schedule with me to do that, or you want to talk about cryptocurrencies at all, or if you want to talk about just getting started for the first time, contact me or schedule a meeting with me at bitcoinmissionary.com. bitcoinmissionary.com. I actually cleared my schedule for tomorrow in case people want to talk to me about getting into Pirate Chain and how to do that, or how they want to store it or whatever. bitcoinmissionary.com. I offer 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes for a donation of your choice, preferably in cryptocurrency. So you can sign up at bitcoinmissionary.com. And then I'm going to take the rest of the show. I have some more news from the crypto world, but I wanted to talk specifically about Pirate Chain. And yeah, people are talking about it. And yeah, your gambling money or so forth. Yeah, I mean, you can ride the momentum and see where it goes from here. I mean, you know, people are talking about massive upside. So, you know, if you have some gambling money and you don't mind being risky, it's an interesting thing to take a risk on. But it could totally, you could lose your money, etc. It could go down by half. Don't want you to be mad at me, you know, so. All right, I'm going to go over some other crypto news. Nassim Taleb called Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme today, so I have coverage on that. And then I want to talk about the latest market crash too. You can follow the rest over at dlive.tv/lifttheveil, where I'm live right now, and where I also do a news show that's not on YouTube, which is much more controversial than YouTube allows, at dlive.tv/lifttheveil, and you can subscribe for the archives at lifttheveil411.com. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Be careful out there, but have fun too. Holy cow. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll step over to DLive. For everybody on YouTube, that is what it is.